In this video we'll talk about the modern tech living room setup I built for the new studio, featuring an OLED 4K TV, Dolby Atmos, Dolby Surround Sound System 10.2, PS4 Pro Smart Lighting and so much more. Let's go! So what's up guys, Faber here and welcome to Shades of Tech. This is the first episode of my new studio tour. The video series will be focused on what is the space dedicated to YouTube Studio, where for most of my time I create and shoot the content uploaded on the channel. I work on new projects and yes, I also chill out. In the series finale there will be a $36 Amazon gift card giveaway, so be sure to stick around in the next videos to have a chance to win it. I built this studio with only one purpose. From project to practice, I wanted to pack as much technology as I could, trying to make it as modern and minimal as possible, and this is how it turned out. During the following segments of this video series, we'll be talking about all the tech products and features like the OLED 4K TV with floating wall mount, the Dolby Surround Sound System 10.2 and the Dolby Atmos, the minimal Apple desk with dual monitors and so on. So I'll try to give you some suggestions and advices, and I sincerely hope you can get some good ideas from this. And be sure to write me in the comment what you think about this setup, and if you have any suggestion, they are more than welcome. But let's talk about the core of this video, the modern tech living room setup. Today we'll cover a lot of things, so I'll try to include all the product links in the description. The studio is a dedicated part of what happens to be my apartment, and it's a super wide open space. The living room is the biggest part of my studio. It's the first thing you see when you enter the space. I wanted it to be attractive and comfy. The main features are a giant stone wall with an OLED 4K TV wall mounted, hanging and floating, the Dolby Surround Sound System with 10 speakers and two subwoofers, console space, really heavy cable management, a huge Italian design leather couch, and the ceiling with RGB LED strip. When I first designed this space, I wanted it to be as close as possible to a cinema. I love watching 4K movies and I really appreciate video and audio accuracy, so I wanted to bring that cinema experience and vibes to the new studio, making a proper home theater. I'm stoked by the result. You just have to sit on the giant couch, press one button to close all the windows, one button to turn all the lights, and one button to turn on the fan. It's an amazing experience, I can assure you. You should really try it. For this reason I choose what I believe is one of the best tech of the studio, the 4K TV. And I chose an OLED panel. If you have followed me for a while, you know that I already talk about Full LED, OLED, Micro LED, and right now I really believe that OLED is the best tech yet. I said yet. I love the infinite contrast ratio that this panel delivers, and it's an experience I really can't renounce anymore. It's hard to explain with words and through the camera what it means, but if you have seen an OLED in person, you probably know what I mean. The only downside is that it is too dark, so I decided to add some lighting around to give a really beautiful floating style look and at the same time create some background lighting. In the next segment we'll talk deeply about the floating wall mount and the RGB LED frame behind. This is the LG 55C7V and it's really wonderful. I was stopped the first time I saw it. From the 4K HDR10 display to the WebOS to the design, I love it so much. I will recommend this panel or in general any LG OLED TV you can afford, since I'm really convinced that the price is decreasing in 2019. The OLED TV is the heart of the living room, and I watch 4K contents from multiple sources. I can play YouTube videos from my iPhone, watch 4K movies with Plex, or simply from my iMac. There is a 10-meter HDMI 2.0 cable running below the floor. I often use this TV to preview my finished videos before upload to YouTube, to enjoy them in full 4K glory from an external hard drive connected through USB 3.0 or from the LAN, since it's all hardwired with Ethernet Cat 7. All those inputs are not delivered directly to the TV because it would mean tons of cables going to the floating TV, and I really hate cables. Instead, there is only one cable going up, since all the HDMI input are handled by the synth amplifier. If you don't know what a synth amplifier is, basically is what you have always been searching for and never found. Device that gets all the different inputs, Mac, PS4 Pro, and delivers to all of them Dolby surround sound. I'm currently using the Yamaha YHT 1840 and it's an absolute beast. It has full 4K HDR pass-through, so with only one cable you can connect all the inputs and transfer stunning 4K HDR signal to the TV without any complication. With an hack, I installed 10 speakers and 2 subwoofers, 1000 watts of power. It's not a cinema, but it goes really close. We'll talk deeply about this in a dedicated segment, so make me some question in the comments. The sound experience is mind-blowing, even if it's hard to share it with you with only a dual channel microphone. You'll have to take my word for that. The LG OLED has also a Dolby Atmos audio system, so if I want to chill out, I am covered. Do you want to know which one sounds best? Even if it's not tech related, the couch is my second favorite feature of the living room. You can have a stunning TV, but without a comfy couch where you can watch it, it's basically worthless. The couch is really comfortable, and every day I can wait to chill out. It's in leather because it's so delicate and soft and has a beige color theme going on to match the stone wall and the whole studio feel. To contrast, I choose the combo teal and orange, which fits perfectly, and they are also my favorite colors and the colors of this channel, so they feel really appropriate. The couch has a motorized position that delivers the perfect gaming experience right in front of the TV. I love the fact that it's so long I can stand in all my height. But what made me choose it is the design. Since it's not boxy, it has a round and smooth sitting place, which is really large, and it's perfect when I want to be creative with my MacBook Pro. And even with friends, we can chill out in 3 or 4 and blow some steam with gaming. And talking about gaming, I am a Sony guy, you probably know that, so I recently upgraded my standard glacier white PS4 to a 1TB matte black PS4 Pro. And I must say, I was really impressed. With the standard PS4 I had a 4K TV, but didn't quite use it at full potential. And I know that's not native 4K, but hey man, I like what I see. And if upscaling is so good, I can't wait to see what PS5 will deliver. My hype is sky high. I have a standard PS4 joypad, but I would love to get a custom white, orange and blue to match the color scheme going on in the room. The PS4 Pro can deliver the image to the 4K TV through the synth amplifier or to the LG27 UK850W, which is a 4K monitor placed on my desk. As I said in the review, it's also really good for gaming, and honestly I can't decide if I prefer gaming on a TV or on a monitor. Maybe I'll give you the answer in another video. The HDMI switch is Technohole HDMI switch, and it supports full 4K 60 FPS RGB color gamma, totally advised. The cable I use is Ultra HD TV Premium 10 meters long and it's an HDMI 2.0B super advised since it's resilient and has high performance. I actually passed through the floor, two of them 10 meters long each. Connect the Mac to the TV also. To complete the very modern design there is the ceiling with LED lights. I personally designed it to hide the cables of the surround sound speakers and to hide the 10-meter long RGB LED strip to create some really nice room ambient light. To complete the setup there is an Apple AirPod Express that enables me to stream music from Spotify or from my Apple devices to the overkill surround sound setup to enjoy full 360-degree audio experience. And then there is a Philips Hue bridge commanding all the smart light of my desk. For the living room I decided not to use Philips Hue, since I can't get light sync with only the TV, but I have to pass through the Mac. But in the future, who knows? Meanwhile, the bridge is already there. I'm considering to get a Google Home Mini, maybe in the beautiful coral color to match the setup. The furniture are from IKEA and are really minimal and I tried to keep them asymmetrical. But I can promise you that I'm designing something that will be much more minimal and will give the super neat and modern look to the setup. You'll see. Cable management is really heavy. I wanted to hide all the cables to give the floating look I originally designed, and I believe I managed to do so. The cables are passing into the ceiling, into the floor and into the stone wall with specifically designed paths to give that look. Anyway guys, I think this wraps up for today, but as you have seen there is so much more to cover, so stay tuned for more. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!